Merch. That's right. I figured it was time to finally do an update on the auxiliary merch options that now exist, because there are more, and they are awesome. I'm, of course, wearing the Out of Darts X-Strike shirt that has the X-Strike logo on both sleeves as well as the chest. I'm hoping to eventually get auxiliary ones that are the same, that has on the sleeves, so if you're wearing a vest, it's not completely covered, which is neat. I also have the bandana that was sent to me by Seamstress at Arms. We got her an embroidery machine and all of the accoutrements, so she can now embroider logos, and we've made both the X-Strike logo as well as the auxiliary logo. So this is folded up to show the X-Strike logo. It does also have, if I refold it, the auxiliary logo. Now they won't necessarily have that. That'll be up to you whether you. This was just so we could have them both on one item for me to show off, but you can get them with either the X-Strike logo or the auxiliary logo, or I suppose you could request to have both. I'm sure she'd be willing to do that for a nominal additional fee. But they are custom made. Very, very nice. The embroidery is absolutely beautiful. And for the most part, most of them are reversible, which is handy. Let's take a look at some of the other items. Merch. That is correct. Beanies. We now have X-Strike beanies in orange with the black logo. You can get them black with the orange logo, whichever you prefer. They are also fully reversible, so if you want to flip, that is an option. Depending on your preference. Merch. Yes, we also have them, of course, with the auxiliary logo. So, whichever you prefer, you can get them in whatever colors you want. And again, fully reversible. Now, I also reached out to her about possible custom items. But if you have an item that you want the logo embroidered on, you can contact her and talk to her, and she'll tell you, okay, here's what it's going to cost, whatever. If you have the item and you ship it to her and then she ships it back, that would probably save on material cost, but there is still time cost and thread and interfacing and all of that. We can potentially in the future add additional logos. For now, we have the X-Strike and the auxiliary. We may do more interesting stuff, as well as eventually, if certain items get requested a lot, we may just add them permanently, but for the most part, it'll be as people want items, they'll get stored, because we don't really have the capital to buy huge amounts of stock. So keep that in mind. Turnaround time shouldn't be too long, but don't expect it next day, because she does have a real job and we may have to order the stuff. Who knows? But we will probably add additional stuff. Right now we're going with bandanas and hats. There are also baseball caps, flat brimmed, as well as we can get curved brim, and patrol caps. For those of you who would really like patrol caps. If you have, like I said, a particular hat that you really like and you want it embroidered on, you could probably send it to her and she would embroider it and send it back. You'd be responsible for shipping, of course. So keep that in mind. That's all the stuff that's available from Seamstress at Arms at her Store Envy shop. I will have the link in the description, as well as it'll be on a post over on the auxiliary board. I'll probably create a picture that just says merch, and then have all of the links in the description of that picture so it doesn't get lost and you can easily find it. Alright, let's look at some other stuff. We have additional clothing options. That's right. This one has the full auxiliary logo as seen on our Facebook page, and this one came out huge on the chest. I'm not sure if I love that or not, but it sure came out neat. I really like how that came out. You can get it on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, sweatshirts, women's t-shirts, children's t-shirts. There's just a whole plethora of items on that website, which I think this is the Spring Tee. It could be the TeePublic. I'm not sure which one's which anymore. But it's on one of those two. Has the much larger logo, and you can get them in orange and you can get them in black, and if you want other colors, I can add them, I suppose. This is another one where it's created after you order it. There is no stock anywhere. You order one and they print it out and they ship it to you. So turnaround time is a little bit longer than you would usually expect. But the neat thing is I get a cut of every sale. So it's all going towards the Makerspace, which will of course be known as Crew and Auxiliary Headquarters one day. but we're getting there. Slowly but surely. So, that's an option. TeePublic, Spring Tees, they have these ones. One of them has these ones, and a whole bunch of different options. I think there's actually even mugs, stickers, all sorts of stuff. So check them out for all your merch needs. The other shop has slightly different options. Let's look at them. Haha! This one has a slightly less crazy size. But again, you can get it with the full device or just the badge, just the triangles. The anti-glass, as it's been dubbed, which I kind of like. But again, it comes with a whole bunch of different options, different t-shirt styles, hoodies, sweatshirts, sweaters, stickers. But this one, and I think this one is TeePublic. I could be wrong. It might be Spring Tees. But this one has the option of print on the back, which is cool. So we have Crew Auxiliary on the back of the shirts. So check them both out. Figure out which one you like, whether you want the huge logo, the smaller logo. If you want a smaller one, once again, I can go in and change the size, and I can add colors and all that sort of thing. If they have more stuff on their site, go ahead and let me know, and I'll add them as well. Or if there's another site that's similar to these two that has a whole bunch of options that these ones don't have, let me know, and I could probably create a storefront over there too. More options don't hurt my feelings. Again, these ones I get a cut from, and it's not an insubstantial cut. It's like a third to a quarter to a third. So it's a decent amount that goes towards the makerspace, which is awesome. Slowly but surely getting there. Slowly but surely. It will happen. Probably by the end of next year, which is going to be awesome. Should have an update on that soon. Alright. There are also, of course, people who are making patches. Jean is making the patches and the dog tags and the name tags. Somebody else is making embroidered patches, though I think they're in the EU, so I don't know how that shipping works. Trying to get X-Strike patches, still working on that. Been working with Foam Blast for a year and a quarter now, and they're about ready to give up on their supplier because they paid for the patches and have gotten no patches and are very upset about that. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully we'll eventually get the really pretty embroidered X-Strike patches, which are just... I saw one in a picture. It was gorgeous. I want them. Yeah, so let me know what other merch you guys would like to see. If you have merch that you are offering, please contact me. Let me know, and I will add your link to the description of the merch video, the merch link repository on the auxiliary Facebook page. Yeah, I may make a Google Doc of it too for those of you that are on Discord that don't go to the Facebook page. That might be an easier option. I may do both. Probably both. Why not both? Both is good. Anyway, links. Send me links. If you have stuff you'd like to see, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of this merch. Buy my merch. Thank you for watching.